Hello viewers, here we will derive a Stern-Volmer equation, or you can say kinetics of quenching of fluorescence under photochemistry. Okay, Stern-Volmer equation or kinetics of quenching of fluorescence. So before starting the derivation of Stern-Volmer equation, let us consider the basic concept about the quenching. Okay. Suppose there is a molecule which is in the ground state, okay, and the electrons are present in the ground state. When the light falls on this molecule, the electrons in the ground states, they absorb the radiations and they are excited to the excited state. Suppose this is the first excited state S1 and this is the ground state S0, and accordingly there is a triplet state T1 state. Okay. Now the molecule in the excited state, जो है, it has very low time to spend in the excited state. Okay, so the molecule in the excited state, it immediately come back to the ground state by emitting its energy in the form of either in the form of the radiations or in the form of the heat. Okay. When the molecule from the S1 state, it come back to the S0 state by emitting the radiations, by emitting the particular radiations. This process is known as fluorescence. Okay. Now what is quenching of fluorescence? Quenching means the molecule in the excited state, molecule from S1 state, it will not easily come back to the S0 state by emitting the radiations. There is some kind of stoppage in this process. Okay, so that process is known as quenching. When the fluorescence stops due to some reasons, that process is known as quenching of fluorescence. Okay. Quenching happens. Suppose there are other molecules present in the excited state. These are the other molecules which surrounds the molecule present in the excited state, and the molecule in the excited state, it will lose its energy to those molecules, those substances which are present in the excited state. The molecule in the excited state, it will lose its energy to the other molecules, and then it will come back to the ground state. Okay, so this is the step which is known as quenching. Okay, and the substances, जो भी surrounding substances है, which are responsible for such kind of quenching, that are known as quenchers. Okay. So this is the first method by which the activated molecule, it collides with the quenchers and it transfers its whole of the energy to the quencher molecules, and the fluorescence step जो है, fluorescence process जो है, it will stops. Okay, so this process, when the energy is transferred to the quenchers, this kind of quenching is known as external quenching. Okay. And the second type of the quenching process is when the electron in the S1 state, it come back to the T1 state through the intersystem crossing, and at the T1 state, it loses all of its energy. Okay, all of the excited state energy जो है, that is lost when it comes through the intersystem crossing. This kind of quenching or this kind of stoppage of the fluorescence, that is known as internal quenching. So it means quenching of the fluorescence process, that is of two types. One is the internal quenching and second one is the external quenching. Internal quenching is due to the intersystem crossing system, and external quenching is due to the presence of quenchers, any other surrounding substance which is known as a quencher. Okay, so this is the basic about the quenching of fluorescence process. Now let us consider a molecule. A is a molecule which absorbs particular amount of the radiations and it is excited to the excited state. Now we are starting the derivation. A is a molecule which absorbs the particular radiations and this is the excited state of the molecule. Okay, this process is known as actually photoactivation, activation of molecule in the presence of light. Okay, now the molecule in the excited state, it come back to the ground state A, okay, by emitting its energy in the form of radiations. This process is known as fluorescence. Okay. Suppose K1 जो है that is the rate constant for the fluorescence process, and I absorption जो है that is the intensity of light absorbed by the A molecules. Okay. There is a possibility of molecule in the excited state, it come back to the ground state through the intersystem crossing system. Okay. This, for this reaction rate constant is K2, and this kind of quenching is known as internal quenching. Okay. And the fourth and the last one quenching process is when the molecule in the excited state, it reacts with the, it collides with the other molecules, other quenchers in the excited state, and it lost all of its energy to the quencher molecule. So this kind of quenching is known as external quenching. Okay. So these are the processes which are involved in the quenching of fluorescence. Now since जो molecule है in the excited state, it spends a very small time in the excited state. Okay, so time spent by the molecule in the excited state is very very small, so that's why we can consider that जो concentration of the A molecule जो है that remains almost constant during the whole process, because the molecule in the excited state that is very small, or it is because it spends a very little time at the excited state, so that's why the molecule in the ground state, its concentration is considered as almost constant. Suppose for the first process of absorption, the rate constant for this process is K absorption, then intensity of light which is absorbed, which is actually equals to K absorption multiplied by A. Okay, since A जो है that is almost remains constant throughout the reaction in this equation. Okay, so now if we apply the chemical kinetics method, and we will have to find the rate of reaction. Rate of reaction जो है that is actually given by change in the concentration of excited molecule with respect to time. This is equals to, you can see here, first is the intensity of absorption. So in the first step there is no excited molecule. Excited molecule is on the right side, so this is the intensity of absorption. This is minus dA minus, that is equals to intensity of light absorbed from the first reaction, okay, minus K1 into concentration of excited molecule from the second reaction, minus K2 concentration of excited molecule from third reaction, minus from the fourth reaction the rate constant for this reaction is K3 into quencher concentration into molecule in the excited state. Okay, since we have now, next we have to apply the steady state principle to the molecule in the excited state, to the concentration to the molecule in the excited state. According to the steady state principle, the change in concentration of excited molecule with time, that is equals to 0. So that means whole right side of this equation, that is I absorbed minus K1 A the concentration minus K2 minus K3 to A concentration, that is equals to 0. So it means I absorption जो है that is equals to K1 plus K2 plus K3 quencher concentration, and the concentration of excited molecule that is taken as constant. So this is the intensity of light which is absorbed by the molecule. Okay. And intensity of light, intensity of fluorescence in the absence of quencher, in the presence of quencher, when the quencher is present, then intensity of fluorescence is actually given by the second equation, which is K1 into A star. You can see this is the second equation, K1 into A the concentration. This is the rate of the second reaction. Okay. And the quantum yield QF in the presence of quencher. F denotes fluorescence, quantum yield for the fluorescence in the presence of quencher, that is actually given by the ratio of IF divided by I absorption. IF is K1 A the concentration divided by I absorption is K1 plus K2 plus K3 quencher concentration into A the concentration. So this cancels out and QF comes out to be K1 divided by K1 plus K2 plus K3 into quencher concentration. So this is equation 1, which is the quantum yield for fluorescence in the presence of quencher. Now in the absence of quencher, what happens? Concentration of quencher comes out to be 0. So equation 1 अपने पास क्या आएगी? QF naught. Naught denotes in the absence of quencher. So first equation becomes K1 divided by K1 plus K2. Okay. So this is your second equation. Okay. Now दोनों equations को divide कर दो. Divide equation 2 with equation 1. What we get? QF naught divided by a QF, which is equals to K1 divided by a K1 plus K2 into K1 plus K2 plus K3 into quencher concentration. So K1 cancels out and we will ultimately get K1 plus K2 plus K3 into quencher concentration divided by K1 plus K2. So this is the ratio of QF divided by QF. So divide करो, फर्स्ट टू टर्म्स नो सेपरेट कर दो, प्लस K3 इंटू क्विंचर कंसंट्रेशन डिवाइडेड बाय K1 प्लस K2. सो दिस कैंसल्स आउट. We will get 1 plus K3 divided by K1 plus K2 into quencher concentration. Here put 1 upon K1 plus K2, that is equals to tau. ठीक है. Tau is actually the lifetime of excited molecule in the excited state. Molecule in the excited state. Tau is actually the lifetime of the molecule in the excited state. It means we will become QF naught divided by QF is equals to 1 plus K3 into tau into quencher concentration. Okay, this K3 into tau, that is actually, we will put it as KSB. This is K is a constant and SB denotes the Stern-Volmer. This is another constant which is known as Stern-Volmer constant. Okay. So put this in this equation, we will get QF naught divided by a QF. This is equals to 1 plus KSB into quencher concentration. Okay. So this is the expression, this is the equation which is actually known as Stern-Volmer equation, and KSB is known as Stern-Volmer constant, and KSB is actually equals to K3 into tau, and tau is the lifetime of the molecule, of the excited molecule. Okay, and from this equation, if we draw a graph between, plot a graph between QF naught divided by QF versus quencher concentration, okay, the slope of this graph is actually Ksv, Stern-Volmer constant, that can be calculated from this graph with any kind of the graph, whether it is a straight upward straight or downward straight, any kind of the graph that is obtained. Okay, so slope of this graph is actually Ksv, okay, and Ksv is equals to K3 into tau. If K3 is already known to you, then Ksv is calculated from this graph. K3 is already known to you, or by any means you can calculate the value of K3. Okay, so the value of lifetime of the excited molecule tau, that can be easily calculated using this expression. Okay, in another case, if tau जो है lifetime of the excited molecule, if you calculate this lifetime from any other method and Ksv is known from this graph, then you can easily calculate the value of K3 using this expression. Okay, so out of K3 and tau, one term is already known to you, or you can easily calculate the any one term from any other method. Okay, and the second term, second parameter, that we can easily calculate using this expression. Okay, so this is all about the Stern-Volmer equation.